Hello, my angels. So I was influenced to buy this because I love Ex Nihilo Fleur Narcotique. I love that one. And I actually bought the dupe by Dossier, so I'm going to be comparing it with the La Fleur Boutique by Afnan. This is what the box looks like. I just took the plastic off because for the sake of the video. They always come with like a little card and then the bottle. The bottle is gorgeous. This little card that says La Fleur Boutique, an invitation to discover the romantic side of yours through fascinating floral scents. A fragrance that infuses one's imagination, taking you through a floral journey into the open vistas, oh my god, and settling down into a soothing musky note. Okie dokie pokey. I don't think that was necessary. That's just a waste of paper, but okay. Then you take it out. Oh man, I was hoping that was the back of this, because that was, look at that. Wouldn't that have been gorgeous? But it looks like this. It's still a beautiful bottle, but it would have been stunning if that was the back. Okay. This looks just like the Mystique Bouquet, only the Mystique Bouquet goes from green into blue. It has an ombre thing, but it's the same shape. It doesn't smell like it. It's beautiful. It's very similar to Fleur Narcotique. Give me a second. Let's get... It has that same note that the Mystique Bouquet has. It's the same note I don't like. That's not in Valaya. So this one, Mystique Bouquet, is supposed to be a dupe for Valaya, but there's a note in there that's not... It's weird. It's like ambroxan or... what's the other one that they call? Aldehyde. This one has it too. But the originals don't have that. So that's what's throwing me off. This smells to me exactly like Mystique Bouquet. Like, it smells identical. Let me go back. I'm going to spray it again here. Oh my god, that's crazy. Now I'm going to go back to Mystique Bouquet and spray that here. Mystique Bouquet also has other notes that are similar to Valaya, but Valaya has a patented ingredient, which is what rounds it out, makes it smooth, and makes it Valaya. That's why no one can dupe it, because of that one patented ingredient. I feel like this Fleur Bouquet, I feel like all the bouquets are going to have that similar note that they all have, which is that ambroxan aldehyde. So this one is stronger. The Mystique Bouquet, stronger, has more sillage, has more, like, you could tell it's going to last longer. The Fleur Bouquet is softer. It's not going to last as long. It has less sillage. I guess it's for people who are like, wow, Mystique Bouquet was too much, you know? But they are more similar to each other than they are to what they're supposed to be, which is Valaya and Le Fleur Narcotique by Ex Nihilo. So much more similar than they are to each other than they are to the ones that they're supposed to be like. I never thought that it smelled like Valaya at all. I compared them. I have the Valaya sample and I compared it, and the Valaya is smoother, more rounded, softer. Saying, you know, it lasts forever. This one lasts a long time, but Valaya lasts forever. Like, days later, you're gonna smell it on your clothes. This is beautiful, but it's not Valaya. This is beautiful, but it's nowhere near Fleur Narcotique. So I bought it because I wanted it to be a dupe of Fleur Narcotique, but instead I got two of the same perfume. One is a lighter version of this one. So if you bought this and you're like, this is too strong, it's too much, there's something off about it, you might like this one because it's lighter than this, but it's basically a softer version of this. It does not smell at all like Fleur Narcotique. Nothing. Let me go grab the dupe for Fleur Narcotique. This one. It's by Dossier. It's called Woody Peony, and this is a really good dupe of Fleur Narcotique. Oh, it's so beautiful. So different. Oh, it's so nice. This one has more florals. The Fleur Narcotique, again, even then, the Fleur Narcotique is nicer. It's more rounded. It's better blended. The more expensive ones are just better blended. That means that they go in and out of different notes, and it's just a journey from top notes to mid notes to dry down. Most of the dupes, you just get the dry down aspect. You don't go through the whole journey. Unless you buy Tom Ford. If you buy the Tom Ford dupes from Dossier, you get the whole journey. But these other ones, it's just basically you get to the dry down. So you're not going to go through all the nuances. Very similar. The Woody Peony is definitely more woodier than the La Fleur Bouquet, sorry, which is still not close to Ex Nihilo Fleur Narcotique. I feel like this Woody Peony is closer because it is more rounded. It is more smooth. It smells like flowers. It also smells like stems, but wooden stems. Branches. Not like the trunk of a tree smells different than the branches. So like if you have flowers or you have flower arrangements that have branches in them, that's what it smells like after you cut them. Like the branches mixed in with a very light white floral, almost like a lily of the valley kind of floral. Then you have the aldehydes that are mixed in. Whereas I feel like there's more ambroxan in the bouquets than there are in the originals. And that's kind of like what's throwing me off. And it doesn't have that nice rounded smoothness that makes it a luxury perfume, which is why it's a dupe and not an actual luxury perfume. They're not bad, but they're not similar to what they're supposed to be, in my opinion. I am a snob when it comes to scents. I can smell the difference between the original and the fake. Like, I'm just one of those people. Most people can't. Most people are going to be content with the dupe. They're still going to smell good. They're still going to go out. They're still going to feel confident. They're going to be like, oh, when people ask them, is it Valaya? They're going to say yes. When people ask them, is it Fleur Narcotique? They're going to say yes. Because they're so similar. Some people are going to be honest and say, no, it's a dupe. You can get it for $50, you know. I got it because I love Fleur Narcotique, but I like Dossier's version better than the Afnan version. I think I'm done buying Afnan. I don't think I'm ever going to buy another Afnan scent. If they want to send me, they can send me. I'll be honest. I do feel that a lot of people are going to be content with the output of this particular product, but I'm not. And it's the same thing when I used to review like dupe bags and this and that. You know, they were similar, but they're not the same. Some of them were identical, only they didn't have the brand. Those are the ones that I like versus the ones that are like similar, but the materials are off and things don't look right. The stitching's off. And I used to make a lot of videos like that, but they got flagged on this channel. So we had to take them off in order to keep the channel going, which is why we're not growing at all because people really like those videos. But I have to go with the flow. So now we're doing perfumes and pretty soon we're going to be doing home goods and things like that. Just so you know. But I don't feel like this smells like Fleur Narcotique because it's missing the woodiness. It's missing the round smoothness. There's something off about this one. I feel like this smells closer to this than it does to Fleur Narcotique. And I feel like this does not smell like Valaya. I can get how some people are like, oh, yeah, I could see how people are like that. But it's missing that smoothness. That's what makes it Valaya, because it's just so creamy and smooth and delicious. And this is missing all of that. Same thing with this. It's missing like that roundabout softness, the thing that brings it all together, the blending. If you don't want to spend the money for the original, because I don't pay full price. I go on Mercari and I go on eBay and I buy them a lot cheaper from people who have been doing this for a long time. You have to have like 10,000 plus ratings for me to even consider purchasing from you, if that makes sense, because I know that they've been around for a while and they're not going to screw you over kind of thing. Not always, but in general. But with these, if you're like, I'm not spending that kind of money, get these. Get these. You're going to be happy with them because you're not willing to spend the money for it. And that's fine. I was there too. That's why I make these videos, because I was at a point where I was like, no, I'm not. That's a waste of money. I work too hard to spend my money on a perfume, $400. But then I started making more money and I realized, you know what? It does smell very different and it does evoke a different feeling and sensation. That's not everybody, and I get that. You know what I mean? That's why I make these videos. So yes, These are cost-effective, more affordable versions, dupes of what they're saying, Ex Nihilo Narcotique and Valaya, but they're not the best dupes. I'm sure there's other ones that do it better, like Dossier. Dossier killed it with this Ex Nihilo Narcotique. It's still not the same as the original, but it's the closest one that I've smelled so far, because I've been looking for a dupe for Ex Nihilo. At this point, I'm just going to go buy the bottle because I love it so much. And I can't just, there's something missing whenever I smell it. So that's my review. Let me know what you guys think about it. If you agree with me, if you smelled either one of these and you're like, no, you're dead on. They really don't. There's something off about them. There's definitely more aldehydes and ambroxan in these two than there are in the originals. That's what's kind of like throwing it off. And they don't have that smoothness, that roundabout, that blending, that deliciousness. But again, to the naked nose that doesn't really know the scent that well and just smells it every now and then, or has somebody at the job that wears it and they're like, oh wait, you remind me of that person, you're probably going to get away with using these, if that makes sense. I don't know what I'm going to do with these. They both make me nauseous because of the ambroxan and the aldehydes in here. It's too much, it's too strong, and I don't like it. That's why I don't like is it Coco Mademoiselle? I think that's very heavy on that as well. So I'm kind of like, I don't know what to do with these two now, but I'll figure it out. I do love this one though. The Woody Peony by Dossier is another dupe for Ex Nihilo Fleur's Narcotique, and it is a really nice dupe. If you're gonna buy anything, I recommend this one over this one in a heartbeat. That's what I got for you guys. Mwah! Until next time. Bye.